story of the Honeysuckle Tea House. This is the latest project in sort of building a local alternative to some global projects that are out there. I think a lot of us know that as GDP goes up, ecosystems die. And when we hear the ringing of the bell of Wall Street at the end of the day, if we're cheering the devastation of some great forest or some indigenous culture. One of our great thought leaders was Thomas Berry, the eco-theologian and cultural historian. Thomas lamented the fact that when we look at the culture of the Appalachian Mountains, we see a coal deposit. When we look at the great forests of our state, we see a lumber yard. When we look at a great river, we see an ability to cool a nuclear power plant. This was one of our other teachers, a plant medicine teacher, who was in communion with the earth. Frank Cook was an ethnobotanist who passed in 2009. He taught us that you could listen to the plants and that you could put the plants in your body and learn that they could give to you and heal you. So we put in 72 different plant beds, and we acquired some shipping containers so that we could process herbs in these shipping containers. We've got 80 herbs growing in the 72 different plant containers now, and we're providing those to the community in sort of a tribute to Frank. Giles London designed this project. Giles is a great architect who designed Arcadia and specifically here in Chapel Hill. Giles uses recycled materials. These are telephone poles that would have ended up in a landfill. This is material that came off the land. These are the shipping containers that were stacking up in the Norfolk shipyard. We needed money, we didn't want to use banks. So we did a Kickstarter campaign. We raised $21,000 through Kickstarter in 30 days. And then we went to Sloan, North Carolina, Carol Hewitt's project, and we raised another $80,000 in loans from people in the community. It's a totally community project. We did something that I don't know has ever been done before. We poured 120,000 pounds of concrete on top of these shipping containers. Steel reinforced it so that we could create a great thermal mass so that at night this mass cools and provides air conditioning during the hot sunny days. We use all local labor. These are guys that live right down the street from us. These are the telephone poles that we're gonna end up in landfill. We went 10 miles down the road to the Orange Truss Company and got them to build us a truss system that could sit on top of this. And we built sort of an Eastern style roof so that it would kind of simulate and bring sort of tea house effect in. We hired two great local herbalists, Francis O'Halloran and Dana Simmerly. And while we were building a building, they were making teas and herbal blends and tinctures and salves and elixirs and syrups out of things that were growing on the land. Every Wednesday we had a farm lunch, and we still do, and these are open to the public. This is over at Pickers Mountain Eco Institute, about 8 miles west of here. So we married form and function. We had the herbalists talking to the carpenters and trying to figure out how do we build this thing so that it serves the function that we want to perform. This is what it ended up looking like. We made these cedar pickets from cedars that had fallen in the forest. The rails are from cedars in the forest. These are some of the herbs that we have displayed up front. This is the west entrance. And so everybody comes across. This is all handicap accessible. On the back side, this is where we're processing herbs. So we're drying the herbs here in a shipping container on the left, and on the right, we're going to grow mushrooms here. We haven't started this yet because we're out of money, but we're going to start growing mushrooms in the container. Giles created a memorial to his former wife, Ginger, who passed away during the construction. If you're sitting up in the tea house and looking over the field, you see 200 camellia plants where we're going to make our teas. You see 8 rows of blueberries, 2 rows of strawberries, 4 rows of blueberries, 3 rows of grapes, 5 rows of elderberries. These are all going to be plant medicines that we're going to provide. There's a sandbox and a kids' play area there. So we're growing fresh food, fresh fruit, fresh herbs. We're also drying the herbs. And what we don't sell fresh, we're freezing and making smoothies for kids and adults, and providing that to the community as well. We had a grand opening about 2 weeks ago. We had, there's Ed, we had 600 people show up, and we were really felt incredibly well supported. We are still very early on in this process, so we still don't know if the thing is going to be able to pay for itself. We're trying to bring in multicultural, world music, kind of world cafe kind of feel here. We're bringing people in from all over the neighborhood. We've got a great Habitat for Humanity community that's right across the street that's been enjoying the products there, and we're having great conversations that never happened in this neighborhood before. Our tagline is brewing radical ideas and ancient remedies. Brewing radical ideas and ancient remedies. So we want good conversations to happen here about how to move forward. We want conversations to happen about the local economy, about building community, about growing food without chemicals, and about growing medicine. And it's our medicine shelf. These are our staff. These are awesome people that when folks come in that have aches or pains or digestive problems or a number of different things, or just want to prevent those kinds of things from happening, these guys can sit with you and talk with you about what's happening and which one of these herbs or teas might support you. This is my sweetheart who was just here and just left. This is just a comment on partnership and how important it is. And we've had huge community support for this thing, but this is my my hero and my biggest fan too. And this is it. This is basically, we want people to feel like they're coming home, that they're coming home to the local community, that they're coming home to local medicine, that there's an alternative that's out there. We use local materials to build this thing. It's got a total local flavor, and we love you guys to come see us. Okay.